Yeah, geez. Let's got some comments in here. We got yeah, and I'm sure, like you see here, now refuse any COVID nonsense, right? Like,
yeah,
I'm sure you've opened a lot of people's eyes, a lot of people to what's going on. Like, basically, for like I talked about that night shift where I was watching your streams, you were essentially my news source, because where can you get all the other, where could you get all the other, where do you get all those news, at least aggregated in one spot, And so
yeah, there was some cool, it just kind of, because I'm big on, I need to know what's going on. Like, I'm big on intelligence, like in the military, like we're very, big on recon and intelligence. Like, we need to know as close to as reality as possible what the actual situation is. You don't lie and make up, because that gets people killed, right? And you end up in a war you're fighting that doesn't even make any sense because you didn't get the right information, and that doesn't sit well with you. So I tried to find places that I were consistently matching with what I was seeing in reality. Like, they're saying this will happen, and then like that's exactly what happened, or they're saying this is what's going on. I'm like, that does appear to be what's happened. So Zero Hedge was a big one. I was into finance and stuff at the time. I was really studying that and kind of following the stock market. I was doing some, trading myself and commodities and stuff, and just trying to find different ways to get like we all are, right? Like, how do I survive? Yeah. Can I do this? Maybe I can do that. I've tried to do a lot of different things before I ended up doing this, and that was one of them. I spent quite a while doing that. I had no formal education. I'm just reading, online and reading people's, blogs and downloading, manual and just trying to figure it out, and the lingo and the jargon, watching this and talking to that guy. But the thing about the financial blog, the Zero Hedge especially, is because it needs to be because this is what people are reading to decide what to do with their money. And it's not about woke politics. It's like what's happening, what's going on for real, because it's people don't like to lose their money. So, and everything that affects the markets is going to be on that website. And a lot of it is geopolitics, cultural, but like anything that's going to be of note is part of that. So that was a key, find, and that just led to another other places. But yeah, I've always been interested in just knowing kind of what's going on. Because I don't like to feel like I'm walking around blind and oblivious to things. So. Yeah, I'm not really a news guy. I never tried to. People are like, you're like the news. I'm not. I'm just a guy that's pissed about these things, or has opinions. But I'm not trying to be the news or anything. But yeah. Well,
it's nice when when someone feels so isolated that to hear somebody else saying out loud the things that they may think and feel. It's just really reassuring and strengthening.
Yeah, I think. Because I'm just comparing myself, because we're always growing and changing, and to sound gay or whatever, but people are evolving. And I remember when I was insecure and young and I didn't know anything, and I would feel strongly or have an idea of sense like, I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but I'd look around and nobody else is saying anything, and I don't have the confidence, so I'm just like, fucking, I guess this is what we're doing. And I'm just doing the opposite, where I'm like, no, this is crazy, or that's nonsense. Like, you're not pushing me around. Like, I got bullied in my life and it doesn't happen anymore. Like, none of this stuff. So when I came down and just started, giving it to people over this or that, that's the voice in the room that's providing the reassurance. Like, no, you're not insane. Like, other people have noticed, and I'm trying to articulate these, and people are, they're like, I feel the same way. I see the same thing that you do. So it was also helpful to me, because I was half at the time kind of rolling the dice, like, I think I'm not insane. I hope not. We'll see how it is received by people, and it worked out. So
Diagland's kind of like a city on a hill in a way, in that it's just to hear the truth, like to be told, and it's like a light. It's just a small light in a dark world. And so really appreciate that.